The European Cricket Series is proudly brought to you by HCL Software, Fan Code, and Grizzly Bear Sports.
Welcome back to Ipsinas as we're bringing you this second innings between Mark Hoare and the Nicosia Fighters. It was a very, very dominant first innings for Mark Hoare, who are looking to pick up their third win on the bounce as they set the Nicosia Fighters a very hefty target of 132. And let's see how the Fighters fare. Oh, that's a terrific ball there by Sulahri first up. And a sharp bit of fielding as well. So top start here for Mark Hoare. Just see how it climbs up on Abdullah Al-Tasman. He just had to try to bat the ball down there really with soft hands. Yeah, this one's wide down the left side, doesn't seem to catch anything. But that's going to be a fairly dangerous delivery to ball with fine leg inside the ring, no protection whatsoever on the 45. So if Mahmood, who batted superbly well in that second match, mind you, against the Black Caps, gets any bat on that, that's probably going away for a boundary. And we certainly see that he just goes a bit too much on the leg side. And Mahmood gets this one away. So he's off the mark with a nice looking shot. And I think he just needs to go back to bowling the way he was bowling to Al-Tasman. You know, we saw him start off really well, Sulahri. Last couple of balls, he's just trying something different towards Mahmood. Maybe this is because he feels Mahmood is a slightly different batsman. Of course, a much shorter batsman. And again, he's just straying a bit too far down the leg side for my liking. Continue to bowl that line and length he bowled early in the innings. And that's much better. That's really where he needs to be, Sulahri. This one struck away and is struck straight to the fielder. So Kamral Mahmood, he's going to have a very, very brief stay. He finds the fielder at mid-wicket, and that's a superbly well-taken catch. So they lose an early one, the Nicosia Fighters. And again, it looks like it could be a very similar day for them. Yeah, this one, as you can see, just the bat turning in his hand. Finds Awais Sulahri, who takes a good catch. And that's the end of it. Tie the Sri Lankan Lions for points here, and certainly after that a fairly convincing victory they grasped against the Sri Lankan Lions. You can see the Lions, their net run rate just slipping a little bit, and the Fighters, well, at the moment they look set to suffer a third straight heavy defeat to start the tournament. This one's played away well by Al-Tasman. No protection out there, and again, we've just seen Awais Sulahri stray onto the pads fair few times since early in his spell. I mean, when he started things off, Sulahri, those first few balls, he had everything outside the off stump. It was really difficult to play, but after that, we saw most of his balls were just aimed around the pads. And he needs to go back to what worked for him. Played away. Is this a catching opportunity? It should be, and it's very, very well taken by the captain himself, Amir Sohail, as that brings Al-Tasman's end to an innings. And boy, you have to say things are falling very, very flat for the Nicosia Fighters. Both of their key players, their key batsmen, get dismissed cheaply, and you just have to feel this is going to be a very long innings for the Nicosia Fighters. Go straight to Sohail, and it's extremely well taken. The new batsman, Anwar Hussain, will certainly hear, John. We've had a couple of days where we had to play without the bails because the winds were so strong. But they've certainly calmed down. In the last 3 days, I would say that today we expect the highest wind speeds to be about 14 kilometers per hour. And about some point in the afternoon, as this one's tucked away by the skipper, Anwar Hussain. We're currently at it's about 35 past 11 local time. Yeah, this one is very well struck, and yep, it's struck the pads firmly, and that's the end for Parvez Mia. You can see that one is probably going on to crash onto the leg stump. And that will be the end of Parvez Mia's innings. As, of course, we just see the breeze pick up. Got a bit of dust in my eye at a very inopportune moment. And, yeah, that is going on to crash onto the leg stump. So, Awais Sulahri picking up his third wicket of the innings. He's had a really good time. And it looks like Markhor are about to hand the Nicosia Fighters another very, very rough drubbing. And we're very early into this innings, but you can already really struggle to see the Nicosia Fighters putting on a fight any different to the one we saw yesterday by them. Of course, in their 2 matches yesterday, the Nicosia Fighters scored 73 and 82 runs, trying to chase down targets of 164 and 125 respectively. This one's just tucked away. It's going to be a single here. And, oh, that's a misfield. And again, I think he'll be very disappointed, won't he? We know with Tasawwur Hussain, he's normally such a good fielder. It's a lowish full toss. He actually gets to it very, very quickly. And just lets it slip by him. He slightly overrun that one. Played uppishly. Should be a good catching chance for Zishan Ali. And he takes this one well. The third catch he's taken in the first couple of games today. And another wicket falls for the Nicosia Fighters. They're really tumbling at this stage, and just at that point in the match where, well, we're starting to wonder what really the margin of victory is going to be for Markhor at the end of this game. So it's all unraveling for the Nicosia Fighters, and you have to say they've been rather underwhelming, haven't they, in these first 3 matches? We did expect them to be underdogs.